On December 6, 2025, from 6 p.m. to even 2 a.m., a standstill gridlock traffic was observed on the Marcos Highway as well as neighboring avenues. When I meant standstill traffic, I meant 6 lanes of parking. Motorists were left stranded and commuters were forced to walk as the traffic even went as far as Katipunan in UP Diliman. To understand why this massive 5-hour-long traffic jam was caused, let's go 9 kilometers to the Marcos-Sumulong intersection and what is known as a bottleneck. The problem with the Marcos Highway is that there are multiple bottlenecks. Combine them all with a bigger bottleneck and it will result in this. The Marcos Highway is the main passageway for the capital city and the province of Rizal, so it's expected to face constant congestion due to its high volume of traffic. Given that many workers in Metro Manila live in Rizal, it's very likely they'll resort to 3 modes of transportation: railway, public utility vehicles, or private vehicles. However, the railway only goes as far as the little entrance to the metro, so you'll still have to use public utility vehicles if you live further away from the railway. But those vehicles don't give you a sense of independence, and you may also be carrying many things. No, most people will just use private vehicles because they like them more. Actually, an increasing number of vehicles shouldn't be a problem if there is good road management. Unfortunately, the Marcos Highway is not a good case of this. Let's analyze the intersection, called the Masinag Junction. It has a confusing stoplight system not seen a lot in the region. Also, it's so fucking small. In Google Maps Street View, you can see vehicles turning left having a conflict point with the westbound lane. The Marcos Highway, after the intersection, decreases in size and also often faces traffic and has a long intersection time. You have no idea how long this intersection takes until it's your lane's turn. But if you look at the aerial pictures of the traffic, why are the vehicles going sideways? Well, the Marcos Highway practically acts like a barrier. If you wanna cross the highway, you gotta use a U-turn slot. But because so many streets were practically sliced in half, major thoroughfares such as Amang Rodriguez Avenue and Felix Avenue experience similar traffic. Those are fucking mini bottlenecks. But bottlenecks require an influx of high demand to become this bad. So where are these cars coming from? Many motorists pointed to multiple festivals and parades being the cause, notably the McKinley Christmas Parade near BGC and the Antipolo Christmas Fiesta. The McKinley Parade started around the rush hour, while the fiesta in Antipolo starts in the morning of December 7, 2025, theorizing that the parade goers in McKinley went to Antipolo for the fiesta, causing a mass influx of motorists. At this time, the highway is already notable for having intense rush hour traffic because of its importance in connecting the capital city to the populous province. Another issue, the design of the highway. We talked about the highway's status as the U-turn capital of the Philippines, but the highway was designed to be, well, a highway. Past Katipunan, there is not a single stoplight. The design of the highway is meant to be like Commonwealth Avenue, meant to serve workers from the north to the south without inconvenience. The issue with this is, once again, induced demand. I could play my video again to increase the duration of the video, but just watch the video in the top right corner to understand about that. Basically, more lanes do not solve traffic. In fact, it increases traffic. So it's rather ironic that the highways designed to serve a fast commute down to the metro ended up serving the opposite purpose. This traffic also affected an entire city. Marikina City can only be entered through the Marcos Highway, a bridge, and in the north. If you're from Metro Manila, the fastest route to enter Marikina would be from A. Bonifacio Avenue. This avenue is less than 2 kilometers and it's one of the most congested roads I have ever seen. And the nearby LRT2 has stopped operations past 10 p.m, leaving commuters stranded. It's pretty clear what is going on. The region is suffering from the increasing demand for road infrastructure. This issue has been present in this area for years. So how do we fix this issue? Well, we know how the highway functions and its purpose. Let's address the commuting part. By the way, I am not a professional by any means. This is just my personal solutions based on as a commuter and a cyclist. Since the highway is so unnecessarily wide, why not use this to our advantage? The rightmost lane should be turned into a bike lane. I have no idea why they even decided to make the bike lane on the sidewalk. And the lane after the bike lane should be a public transport lane, with emergency vehicles being able to use both lanes. The LRT2 should extend operations until 11:30 p.m. and extend to Kogyo to be able to serve another congested area. This will at least alleviate some demand on the road and increase commuting times. So let's address the U-turn slots. Since a lot of vehicles from other roads would have to cross multiple lanes just to go to the other side, let's just remove the U-turns and install stoplights. The highway has one cycle while the minor roads have their own cycle. That way, the highway would have decreased demand from vehicles using U-turn slots and instead going to other routes to go to the stoplight. By doing this, we practically stopped two things: U-turn fatigue and speeding. Due to the existence of stoplights and the decrease in lanes, vehicles are more prone to be cautious and not speed, which results in more safety, especially from bigger vehicles that have become notorious in the region. For the junction, I actually like it. There are clear right turn lanes and yeah, that's it. I have two proposals, and the other one is pretty radical. The first proposal is to improve the stoplight system, forcing the highway into a one cycle while the Sumulong highway should be a double cycle. However, I have a radical proposal for this issue. Turn the junction into a roundabout. Look, I know this could be bad, but it might work. Make the roundabout 2 to 3 lanes wide so trucks can navigate it. Like, tell me why this would not work other than the fact that people just don't know how to use roundabouts. I'm just saying, this could work. I mean, I fucking made this shit in City Skylines. Look how much fucking RAM I'm using for this fuck ass game. Marcos Highway. Go there. Oh, extra. Like, tell me how does this not work? I basically recreated Marcos Highway. Look at it. How does this not work? Like, tell me. See, that works, okay. See here's the Marcos Highway. It goes straight here. And Masina, the Sumulong Highway goes over here. Just tell me why does this not work? Like, tell me, it works. Look at it. Like, there's some issues on the entrance, but it works. Like, it kind of works, to be honest. It kind of works. There's some lagging here, but like, it works. It fucking works. Look. Tell me, why would this not work? Also, ban those E-caps going from Masinag to Antipolo. They fucking suck, and they're like super expensive. I mean, 50 pesos just for a slow ass, easy to tilt ride? Fuck no! And then build a monorail from Kogyo to Antipolo, because why not? Considering other factors such as rush hour and other more things than an actual professional in traffic management could talk about, I'll admit it. It ain't easy to fix this issue. It's easy to point at something and say that they should do this or do that, which I just did for a good minute or two. This has been an issue all across the region, and it'll take an arm and a leg, dozen and dozen more of limbs to even fix this issue. All I can say is, just promote good public transportation. That's it.